Hello everyone, welcome to the Talk with Ini. And as always, I am your host Ini Ime Sunday. And today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, cyberbullying. Have you ever been a victim of cyberbullying? Are you still experiencing one? Feel free to share whatever experience it is that you have. And today I'm going to be talking to a very interesting person by name Nonso. But before then, let's take a break. Welcome back to the Talk with Ini. In case you're just joining us, this is the Talk with Ini, and as always, we always talk about educative things that will make you laugh, and as well, if you're okay enough to share your life experience, feel free to drop your DM on our Instagram page or subscribing to our YouTube channel to drop your comments. Like I said, we're going to be talking about cyberbullying with a very interesting person, Nonso. You're welcome to the show, Nonso.
Thank you for having me. So delighted to be here.
I'm so happy to meet you finally.
Oh, yes, same.
Okay. All right, so talking about cyberbullying,
Yeah.
have you had an experience of cyberbullying?
Personally, I haven't. Yeah, actually, I haven't. I think it's more, I think that's more common with the celebrities, a little of that. Or maybe I have experienced something and I didn't think it was cyberbullying, maybe because it didn't affect me in that way.
Okay.
But I haven't really experienced the cyberbullying.
Okay, let's start with the process. Have you had an issue with your friend and you go about posting stuff that you really know you're trying to talk to your friend?
Yes, I have. Also, I have cyberbullied somebody. I feel very bad.
You know, there are these things you have with your friends and you'll be like, okay, let me go and post this. And you know, social media can be very funny. If you have an issue with a particular person, you just go on your social media page, be it Instagram. That is when you see a post that is actually trying to.
So okay,
express-
okay. So when you put it like that, I think I have had experiences where I know that I had a little bit of rancor or beef with a friend, and when I see a post, I know that this girl is talking to me. Like, why didn't you just call my phone? You're talking to me, and you're. Sometimes I think I feel safer because there was no name calling or something, but somehow I know and I feel like, okay, yes, this was targeted at me because of what just ensued.
So what was your reaction like?
I actually haven't had, on that particular instance that I can remember till date, I actually have not had any reaction, like, towards her, because I felt like if we were friends, you should be talking to me and not spilling out on the internet. Now, talking about bullying, I have bullied somebody before on the internet.
please.
Now, I actually confessed to her. So I'm telling this out now in public. So a friend of mine was going through, excuse me, she was going through a hard time in her marriage and all. And so she let everything out on social media. She let everything out on Facebook. And I felt like, why did you have to do that? And I didn't talk to her directly. So I also posted on Facebook. And I think if I can remember verbatim, and I quote myself, I said, what is the meaning of this now? We're all washing our dirty linen in public. And I didn't tag her, I didn't call her name, but guess what happened? She was the only person who liked my post on Facebook. And I know that, oh my goodness. And so 1 year later, when I began to experience some things and all of that, I had to go back to her page and I apologized to her. And she was like, yeah, she knew I was talking to her and everything. And prior to that time, she had made a post on Facebook too, saying that something about how God will always fight her battle and everything. And that particular message also indicted me. Honestly, it did. And so I had to reach out to her and apologize. So I think I have also cyberbullied someone.
I think I have countlessly cyberbullied people.
Oh,
You know, I feel bad about it, but then there's always a trigger to whatever it is that we
Yeah.
do. You know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there is this situation I found myself, and then I came out of it, and God helped me. I pulled through and everything. But later on, it pained me that I was cyberbullied for the wrong thing. Do you
Oh.
understand? So when I came out my own, I did my own twice of what they did to me.
oh wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So no. So do you think celebrities care about cyberbullying?
I think what I think is that they shouldn't care. Yeah, I think they shouldn't care about, because first, you're a public figure. Everybody is going to have their opinions about whatever it is you put out. My take is that you put out something, you don't have control over how the public is going to react. I feel like you should be prepared for the bullying. You should be prepared for the praise and all that. Why do you think it is okay for you to accept or say, oh, this is nice, kudos, and not punch holes in it? I know there's bullying, but I feel like you should be expectant of bullying, and that's why I think that they shouldn't care, because it's almost inevitable. If you ask me, you must be cyberbullied. So that's why I'm saying they shouldn't care, really, because of course, of what impact is it somebody that just sits down in his house and is just typing and just telling you while you're there doing your work and putting out a good work? People must always say something.
You know, this cyberbullying thing, it has stages. There are some things that somebody will do to you online that you feel, has this person met me before? How come this person knows a lot of things about me?
Exactly why you shouldn't care.
Really?
If you ask me, it's why you shouldn't care, because you haven't met me. Who are you to say this and say that and dampen my spirits about what I am doing or what I am saying? Because you don't know me. And so I feel like, okay, and then first of all, we have this thing that we just feel like celebrities actually do something for a reason.
Yeah.
So you're probably just putting up an act, and then somebody has his opinion. Why do I let it to bother me? That's my own point. Like, they shouldn't care, right? It may sound, I know people post the worst about celebrities online. Sometimes I feel like, oh my goodness. Like, let's even start from the highest. Trump faced bullying like we have never seen before.
Yes.
He doesn't care. Doesn't care what you're saying about him
sometimes
online.
I do think about the whole thing, and I'll be like, wait, on this level that I am, if somebody says something to me, it gets to me. How much more they that sees thousands of things, how do they deal with it?
If you're asking about how they deal with it, I think a lot of them, sometimes you see a celebrity post something and they've turned off the comments. I think that's a very good thing that people should start doing. Turn off comments. Okay, let me say, if it's on Facebook or if whatever app you're using has the capacity or has the ability that you turn off comments, because that's where people drop, or that's where trolls come and the rest. You can actually set your account these days to refuse people tagging you or mentioning you in post. You do that. So I know if probably a newspaper or a blog takes a story about you, you don't have the ability the access to go and block the comments on that post or anything. But I feel like it should start from you and just decide to ignore, especially if you think it is going to weigh you down. Okay, just turn your eyes from it.
Drawing back our attention now back to, there's this online applications, all these app loans that people do use to borrow money from. They go as far as sending defaming messages about you. They don't just stop at you alone, they include your family in it. How do you think those people feel when those messages have been sent?
That one now, that one I cannot tell them that they should not feel anyway, because that is premium cyberbullying. Like, I have never seen like it before. So there's no other way to go about it. That one, it would definitely crush you, especially if you're actually owing these people. Now, Nigeria, okay, we're talking about Nigerians. First of all, we know that a lot of these loan app owners are not even Nigerian businesses. Most of them are Chinese businesses. I was beginning to cut them some slack, because I'm like, okay, these debt collectors they've been recruited from Nigeria here, and they're actually also being bullied from somewhere else. This kind, you're not going to get your pay if you don't collect this money from these people. And then they've told them, do everything you can. But first of all, the lowest of the low are the people taking these loans. The lowest of the low are the people you recruit as your debt collectors. So all of you are you're ready to go any height to make sure that your debtor pays the money so that your salary is being paid. So you go all the way and you send any kind of defaming messages. Now, those messages are the height of bullying that I have seen, because I know what it has led a lot of people into doing. It has led a lot of people into a lot of things. Like, you just sit down and somebody sends your mother a message that your daughter is a thief and the police are after her with your picture, and then there's nothing to say, no, this is not my daughter, because you are seeing all the message. If not, how did the person get? Imagine your mom of almost 70 receiving that kind of message of you. First of all, you don't know her health condition. You don't know which stage she's in. You don't know what she is doing at the moment, and you receive that kind of message about your daughter. First of all, if you receive that message about your daughter who is doing well, first thing in your mind is, this is scam. But you see that message about a child or a friend who you know is going through some stuff. You know it's real.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, saying there was a message I saw, and then the next thing is we saw on the news that this woman wants to commit suicide because she took a loan, and then they are threatening to send defaming messages about her, going as far as tagging her as she's HIV positive. People should stay away. They should detach themselves from her. You understand? This woman was mentally affected because she's like, how would she face the public?
Yeah.
Do you understand? We as an individual, I think we have a role to play in this whole thing. Like, we're all young, right? The next thing is, if you see a message about me, the next thing you want to do is to repost it. Instead of you reaching out to me first, who is the first point of contact. What is going on with you? Are you okay? What happened? This is the content of the message I saw. The next thing is, you would want to make it a laughing stuff. Do you understand? Possibly we've not been vibing on the same page. The next thing you want to do is to post it to drag me down. I think we have a vital role to play. When we see things like this, instead of us going as far as doing this particular thing that would make another person feel bad, the first thing we should do is to reach out to this person. I mean, it's not a bad thing for you to be nice. But then it would make it a trend. There was something that was trending last year that I hope this one, you people are looking all good though. People have not any loan app should not come and call me later that you borrowed money.
Are you kidding me?
You get? So I was like, in Nigeria, we are the only persons that can kill ourselves first. We are the only people that can make ourselves happy genuinely. Do you understand? This app loan thing has gone a long way of tarnishing people's image in the society. And people prey on it very, very well. Especially people who are not really experienced with the whole thing. Instead of me reaching out, okay, Nonso, this is what I saw about you, please. What is going on? How do we solve it? At that point, I might not have the money to give to you, but then I'm there for you.
At least you're giving ears, you're giving listening ears to hear
people,
what the problem is.
People can so be funny the way they are carrying this whole thing about. And then another thing about this cyberbullying is it has a way of making you look like your life has always been on a lie. You've lived your life on a lie just for a particular thing that has been sent to people. And then another thing about the cyberbullying is people go as far as lying about you. You know, I don't know you, but then the only way I feel I could reach you is by saying things that is not true about you, so you react.
Can we cut?
Have you ever had that kind of experience before?
That people are saying things about me.
Yes. Somebody will be like, is it not Nonso? I know Nonso now, you know.
She can
say a lot of trash about you, and then so you get to react. Okay, we've been talking about cyberbullying, and in case you're just joining us, I've had an interesting conversation with Nonso. I'll see you right back after the break. Welcome back. This is the Talk with Ini. And as you know, we've been talking about cyberbullying with the amazing Nonso in the house. So Nonso, please, what is it that you're going to tell those people out there who have undergone cyberbullying and then they don't know the possible solutions as to how they're going to go about it?
There's, I say it like we've established earlier, cyberbullying is actually something that I don't think we can do anything about it. I don't think we can stop people from. I don't think you can arrest people for cyberbullying. Well, except maybe you've established that this is a life threat. You know, I think people say, oh, they've gotten life threats and arrest one. I think what you should do first of all is, if you're being bullied because of something you're putting up online, cyberbullying, first of all, you should know that it is out there to make you feel inadequate. I think you should first believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing. Recently, I don't think anybody has received cyberbullying as much as Dami the chef has done. But I like the fact that she continued on. She went on doing what she was doing. I don't think like she felt threatened. So I think it starts with you, believing in yourself, believing in what you're doing, and knowing that people are always going to talk. As long as it's on the internet, people must talk. People must have opinions, be it good or be it bad. People must have opinions. And I won't blame anybody for feeling any sort of way, because if it affects you mentally that people are bullied, it's fine. There are different people. I may not feel like that if somebody posts something defaming about me on social media, on whatever platform. I might not feel like that. It doesn't mean whoever feels like that is in the wrong or is any certain way. And I think if it's beginning to affect you mentally, there is nothing as wonderful as talking to somebody. A person may not be a psychologist, the person may not, but the fact that you speak out, I think it takes off a lot of burden, because I know a lot of people, we've read a lot of stories, somebody who has almost committed suicide. You were telling us about the lady who was going to jump down. Talk to somebody. Don't be afraid of, oh, this person is going to talk to somebody, this person is going to spread my gist. Your gist is already out there.
Yes, definitely.
So talk to somebody. I think it helps. And I don't know if we have any authority body that we can report the case of cyberbullying to. I don't know if Public Complaints Commission, I don't know if they handle that, but I think if it gets to the point where you think you need to report to an authority, find an authority to report to.
And there's another thing, cyberbullying touches everything so far. There are some people who are being body shamed on social media. I wonder how those people deal with it. I mean, it is not their character, it is not what they do, this is their nature. If you are being cyberbullied for your body, honestly, you are not the person supposed to feel bad. Right.
You should be feeling bad for the person trying to cyberbully, because I don't think that person is human. Honestly, I am of that school of thought that
really?
if you come and shame somebody of, oh, your makeup is terrible, oh, your dress is bad, I think that those are things that I have control over. But you come and tell me, this person at your nose, did I make my nose? For God's sake!
It's just so annoying.
When you bully somebody based on something that they cannot change, I think you are the person that we should sit down and laugh at, because I think you have a problem.
Really?
I feel like you are the person with the problem, because I don't think that is something to bully somebody about. If you find somebody who bullies somebody based on those kind of things, I think the person needs a psycho analysis, really, to check the person and be sure that, because I don't see any sense in you bullying somebody for something they have no control over. So that's my opinion on that.
I think the public or the people out there should be well informed that bullying somebody online, offline, whichever means you decide to use to bully that person, it doesn't satisfy anything in you. Because deep down, you know that, okay, this person is actually way more than I am.
Yeah.
There are people you can lie to. You can lie to everybody. You can never lie to yourself. I already know that Nonso has skyrocketed from the place that I used to know Nonso. So the only way I could feel I want to reach her is by saying ill things or bullying her online. But deep within myself, I know that she doesn't care. It doesn't stop her from doing that particular thing that she's doing.
First of all, what do they call it? Cyberbullying, or whichever form of bullying, I think it's a crab mentality.
Really?
You really just want to bring the person down. And what do we say about you trying to bring? So it means you're down and you're trying to pull the person down. So whatever you want to bully somebody, we know that you are trying to bring the person down. And it's a show of your own status. You are down, and that's why you want to pull somebody down. Right? So I think, like, really, it is, people should start to actually appreciate themselves. It will help you not to bully somebody else. Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, this cyberbullying thing goes as far as touching even the pastors. Do you understand? Somebody will just wake up from somewhere, maybe a blogger will just wake up somewhere, and then you don't have a legit gist or a legit information about the thing, but yet you go ahead posting things. And then, I don't know, do the aim at cyberbullying, is it to just pull the person down to the trash? Whatever that person stands to gain, or whatever that person is having, you want that person to stop having all of it. Just for what? You're not going to be that person. You're not going to take over that position that person occupied at that point.
So why?
go ahead
So
to do
why-
it.
How do they say this? They say witchcraft is not only when you are flying at night.
Exactly.
Like some form of witchcraft, because you're not going to take that
You
position.
are not.
And then some people will also do that for their own personal fame. They know that, oh, if I carry this story, everybody will want to come to my blog or come to my page and read this story. So why don't I just carry a sensational gist? Recent one that has happened is the Banky W and this
Yes.
was just like, we know that for whatever reason, be it true, be it false, you carried whatever that story was for you, for your personal popularity, and we know you gained that popularity.
You did.
And you did, because we were, oh, everybody wanted, oh no, this is sensational gist. Everybody wanted to hear, so we all went there, and everybody wants to really see, and everybody. So people also do it for their own personal gains, because if you have the most trolling comments on Twitter or on, you begin to trend because everybody screenshots and see what this
And
person is
repost.
saying and repost.
Yes.
Exactly. So you're probably, and I feel like that's another thing that people are doing. People are really trying to be as savage as possible so that they can trend.
Without bothering if this thing is hurting somebody's feelings.
Somebody posts something and then you have the most savage answer that probably throws that person into the mud, but you're happy because you know that other Twitter users or other Instagrams are going to pick on one exciting crazy thing that you have said and repost it, and it's everywhere, and we're like, you don't know that guy, this one, he's always saying this kind of thing.
It is really annoying,
because that's what we now do. We now pick names.
It makes me think, does popularity revolves around you being savage? Does popularity, looking for fame, that attention you're seeking for, does it revolve around you doing all sorts of things that will make somebody feel bad?
Oh yeah, because that's what the world has become. Those are the things that we love.
So we need
The world is
healing.
beginning to, yes, we do, because the world is beginning to thrive on, immorality thrives. You sell when you have immoral content and everything. You try to post all the most motivational things online and everywhere. You don't trend.
Yes.
The moment you twerk, you trend. The moment you do, so everybody now is looking for a means to become. So I've seen this happen a lot of times where you see this is not the content excuse me, that this particular person started out with. You know that this person was actually trying to trend and trend and trend, and then later on I've gotten the attention, so now I begin to give out the real message. But you've lost me, I'm sorry, because you were posting some savage things before. Even if you have the numbers, I think your intentions were not right from the beginning. You had to pull people down so that you can gain your popularity. I just don't see the sense
I
in
understand.
that.
It has been an amazing session with you, Nonso.
It's so
I
wonderful
really
being
enjoyed
here.
it. I really enjoyed it. So guys, this is the Talk with Ini, and we've been discussing about cyberbullying, and from what we've said so far, I believe some of you have picked a little bit of point from it on how to go about it. If you've been cyberbullied, I want to let you understand one thing, that it is not you. You have to believe in yourself and learn to ignore. All of these things are bound to happen. I mean, cyberbullying is not there to make you feel happy. For starters, it is there to just crumble the little dream you're actually trying to put into place. It's trying to break the you that is remaining. So it is left to you. Are you going to allow it break you, or you're going to allow it motivate you to do more? This is the Talk with Ini. Feel free to share your comments on our YouTube channel. Follow our Instagram page at the Talk with Ini. I'll see you guys next time.